Good afternoon, everybody. I am probably going to go and do more travelling around to get some games today. I didn't intend to, but I can't resist. There are two CEXs that I can get on the train to and be there in about 15 minutes, and they've got between them 7 games that I need, which means I'm probably going to have to go and do it, aren't I? I'm getting the train because it's way quicker than driving, and I don't particularly like driving to this area because parking never seems to go very well. I didn't intend to do this today. My plan for today was to get my hair cut because I've not had my hair cut in over a month. But my barber's fully booked today, so that's now been moved to tomorrow. And yeah, come downstairs with me. We're going to do some lunch and then see to the dog and then probably go get on the train and head off to get some games because that's just sort of what I do every day at this point. You know, spent a fortune on getting air conditioning for the house and then it's just been cold ever since. Oh. Just see, I can't escape CEX. It's everywhere. Everybody say hello to Ruby as well. Ruby has to cameo in all of these videos, doesn't she, with the big bat ears? Oh, she's trying to give the camera a kiss. Also, thank you all for 10,000 subscribers. Before I went to bed yesterday, we hit it, and then today I woke up to like 10,037, so it's been a good night. I think we gained like 200, maybe maybe a bit less than 2. Ruby, she's licking my toes. I need to put some socks on. Can't have my toes cameoing here. Ruby, are you up to no good? Are you making trouble in my neighbourhood? Really? Ruby, what are you doing? Anybody hear my hips click just then? That was my hips. And again, I am old. Also, I hope you guys are enjoying this more vloggy style content. Because, like I say, I don't want these videos to just be about me collecting games. It needs to be about me, because if I foster a community of people that will only watch videos when I spend a fortune on getting games, that is not a good business strategy long term, not even slightly. Bacon goes into the air fryer. Right, Ruby, while that's in, you need to go for a wee with your big buggy eyes. Look at you. Look at you. Don't try and kiss it. No. No. Bacon comes out the air fryer. Pretty much good enough. Right, so off to the train station, and then it's like 15 minutes on the train. This is only like the second time in my life I've probably got a train on my own, isn't it?
You came to visit me at uni.
Okay, so maybe like the
5 years ago.
Yeah, okay, so very much so, not many. Oh dear. This was kind of the same trip that started it all when it comes to these videos. There was like a TikTok that I did going to Wolverhampton and it did like 400,000 views, and that was like, oh, people like seeing this. You know, it is currently raining and I really hope it isn't raining in Wolverhampton because, well, this camera really doesn't do well with the wet because it's like motorized gimbal, so you really it's not an action cam. So if it is raining, I'll have to record only when I'm indoors. I'm pretty sure that both of the Wolverhampton CEXs are in like little shopping centre-y bits, so they're undercover. They're not like out on the high street like some of the other ones that I go to. Pretty sure. I also get mixed up because there's Wolverhampton CEX and there's Wolverhampton Wolfrun CEX, but it's fine. Just put the car in his boot. No, it's fine. Tyres and tarmac. Can't see him. She doesn't know how to drive. What was I saying? Yeah, so I get mixed up as to the two. I will only know which CX I'm at once I find one and find something that's in stock, and then I'll be able to look on the stock check and be like, right, it says it's in Wolfrun, so I must be in Wolfrun. That's how
it's almost like the one in the Wolfrun is the one in the Wolfrun Centre.
No, because it doesn't say that. It lies.
So you're not in the Wolverhampton Centre when you're in Wolverhampton?
No, I'm in Wolverhampton, Stoke-on-Trent. What? These lights. I'm sick of these lights. Right, so now we're on the train. Well, I made it to Wolverhampton, but the weather has took a turn. It's shitting it down, so I'm probably not going to be able to record too much as we move around. Also, police within 5 seconds of leaving the station. Good plan. I swear, we just had the air conditioning put in yesterday just for the weather to be awful. It's fine. For the 1 month of every year that we need it, it'll be a lifesaver. It's fine. Now I've got to try and figure out which way to go. I think I remember the way vaguely. I'll see you there. Well, I made it, but as you can tell, it's not exactly good weather. But here comes the first CEX, and this is the one in the Manda Centre, so I don't know whether it's Wolfrun or the other one, because I don't know. Anyway, in we go. I'm seeing a lot of Zelda around recently. Paper Mario's cool too. 85 quid though, Jesus Christ. Great. Raging Blast. That's not an easy one to find. What else? Right then, that's us finished in the first CEX. Now I need to try to find the other one. I think I vaguely remember the way. It does mean going back outside in the rain though, which is less than ideal, but you know, it is what it is. Well, I think I'm nearly there. I did have to use maps because I got turned around at one point, but I also was gonna go to a third CEX, but it shuts at 5:30 and I'm still in a different town. So I don't think we're gonna make that one today, which is a shame, but it's me local, so we'll do that one another day. Tell you what, this bit always confuses me. Right, so it's in here somewhere, just a case of where. Right, and we're here. Right, what do I need from in here? Thor, Spec Ops, and what else? Well, there's Thor, and there's Spec Ops, and then Resident Evil 6 and 4 HD. The PS2 section in here isn't very big. That's a shame. That's what I'm after, but it's platinum, so I can't get it. Maybe next time. So I've just worked out that you can actually get from one CEX to the other without actually going outdoors, which is pretty cool. The two shopping centres are connected, which makes sense, although one of them seems considerably more upmarket than the other. Right, back to the train station. And maybe if we're lucky, I'll make it to the third CEX before I go home and grab the one last game that I need. But if not, I can get it like any other day. It's fine. Let's go walk through the rain again, where I've got to put my camera away and hope for the best. Hope you guys are enjoying my travels again. It seems every day at the minute I'm travelling, which is weird because most of my life I never leave the house. But you know, whatever. I hate trains so much. Why is it so hard for trains to be on time and to be where they're supposed to be? You go forwards and backwards. Someone somewhere is really awful at planning when it comes to trains, because I doubt it's the drivers. It's probably somebody higher up, because that's how things usually go wrong. But it's just every single time I ever get a train everywhere. This is why I prefer driving, because at least then I'm the one in control of the distance covered besides traffic, but even then I'm at least at the steering wheel, you know. The train's been delayed now like 3 times in the last 5 minutes. It just keeps getting pushed further back. It's like, how does it keep losing? How has it been 5 minutes but we've lost 15? Like, what? Well, I'm finally off the train and back in the car. That train was mega busy when I finally did get on it, and the dude next to me sounded like at any given moment he was going to train to Busan the entire train. But he was turning, I swear. The noises he were making, I was like, I ain't gonna make it. I've got no sharp implements that time. And because of the delay, I did not make it to the third CEX I was hoping to visit today. But I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow, so I can just walk up the road and go and do that tomorrow as well. Yeah, once we're home, I'll show you what I got. Right then, I'm home, finally. I hate trains. Trains just don't go well. So let's go through what we've got, shall we? So then, in today's haul, we're starting off with Resident Evil 2 Remake for the PlayStation 4, which a lot of I already own all the Resident Evil games. I've said this before in other videos, but I needed to get them again because I want them physically. If I own them digitally, or if I own them on Xbox, I want them on PlayStation, because nicer looking on the shelves as far as I'm concerned. So RE2 Remake, which I would have thought would have been one of the more common ones, to be honest, but it actually wasn't. Like, it was either I was going to have to go to Wolverhampton or Telford were my next nearest Resident Evil 2s. After that, we've got Resident Evil 4, which, to be fair, is a common one. And to be honest, it's completely ridiculous that I own Resident Evil 4 this many times. I own it digitally on PS4 already, but now I own it on disc as well. I also own it 3 times on the PlayStation 2 with the regular release, the Platinum release, and the Collector's Edition. I also own it on the PC. I own it on the Wii. I own it on the GameCube. I own the Remake, and I own the VR version. I think I own it on 360 digitally too. I own pretty much every version of RE4 that's ever been made. It's kind of silly. After that, got Resident Evil 5 HD, which it'll do. I have fond memories of playing Resident Evil 5. It might have been one of the first online games at co-op I ever played. There was a dude called Mackie D back in the day. I have no idea what he was up to. He's probably married with a wife and kids now, because we're all getting on a bit. We're all pushing 30. But I remember we used to play the campaign of RE5 together like every night after school. Never knew his real name, never knew where he was from, but we did it every day. Fond memories. Next up, RE6 HD, which We don't talk about RE6. But then, Saints Row 4 re-elected. There's no Gat Out of Hell, but I don't really care about that. But Saints Row 4 is an underrated game. I love the Saints Row series. I've got a bit of an itch to play the Saints Row series. I'll do them all at some point. Turns out, though, that Saints Row 1 didn't actually get a release on PlayStation at all. It was Xbox 360 exclusive. It was only after Saints Row 2 that they started being released multi-platform, which I didn't know was a thing. But I love Saints Row 4. I know that it's very different to all of the other ones because you get the superpowers, but like there are not many games that for some reason feel like they're worthwhile collecting all the extra stuff. But there's something about the way that Saints Row 4 does it that makes me actually bother to do it, and I think it's kind of cool. And yeah, I love the game. Next up, we've got Demon's Souls, because I own it digitally and always have on the PlayStation 3, but I've never had it physically. And if we just show you the cover, it's got the type of cover that I like. I love the spine where it's white with the black writing. It just is snazzy to me. So we got that. Next up, we've got Spec Ops: The Line, which is one of the better third-person shooters of its generation, not because of the shooting, but because of the plot that nobody saw coming, which is why it's still worth a decent chunk of money, because it is a game held in high regard. And then finally, bit of a weird one, I know, but the Thor game, based on the first Thor film. First Thor film is a difficult trio of words to say, but basically I'm pretty sure that it was a God of War clone, and I wanted it because I just did. I also have the Captain America game, one of the X-Men games, like a lot of these old like superhero games that I just kind of think it's strange that we don't have more superhero games. And like on the topic of superheroes, has anybody seen that Blade, the new movie from MCU, have lost a second director now? That film is going to be a mess when it releases. I can't see the MCU doing Blade properly anyway, because, well, to be fair, we will be able to judge whether the MCU can do Blade properly based upon how the MCU do Deadpool 3 in a few weeks, whether or not it's done properly, because, you know, R-rated. Blade would have to be R-rated to be done properly because it's Blade. A few weeks ago, I went to see the original Blade from like 2000 in the cinema because it got a re-release for its anniversary. But at this point, the Blade MCU film has had that many director changes and that many actor and rewrites and things like that that I don't think it's going to come out. And if it does, it's going to be awful. Similar story with that film about Craven. That Craven film has been listed on upcoming soon films on the Odeon app for literally over a year. It's at the bottom and it keeps just being pushed back. At the minute, I think it says December this year. I'm sure we'll approach December this year and it'll get pushed back for. I don't think that film's going to come out either. Anyway, so next up, I'm going to get the stickers off all these games so that I don't have to do it all in one go again at the end of the month and like ruin my index finger, because it's still, I kind of don't have full function back in that yet. It feels a bit dead, like I've killed the nerve endings peeling that many stickers. As for the rest of the day, I'm going to start recording an episode of the Gamelog, which will be the first one that I've properly done for this account, and I'm hoping it doesn't go over awfully, because I don't want to just be a game collecting channel, I want to be a game playing channel too, because that's what I'm about. I'm not about just collecting games and having them sit on a shelf and never be used. I try to only get games that I actually have any intention of playing at some point. As for the rest of the day beyond that, dinner, gym, and yeah, that's about my life in a nutshell, really, is buy games, play games, go to the gym, sleep and eat. That is all I really do on a day-to-day basis. And film videos. I kind of never stopped doing that either, because I have like 5 TikToks, although the current main focus is definitely the YouTube. Somebody messaged me the other day going, oh, you haven't posted on the Kale Talks account in a while, which is one of my 5 TikToks. And I'm like, yeah, because at the minute the thing that I care the most about and putting the most effort into, because it's got the longest return long-term in terms of time investment for outcome, is YouTube. Whereas TikTok, there's no amount of followers that you can have on TikTok that really matters, because you can post a video and it get 200 views or 200,000 views. There's no real correlation, whereas on YouTube there's like an average. And I love the analytics on YouTube. The analytics on YouTube are so honest and brutal and tell you everything you need to know about everything that I'm very data and number driven when it comes to making decisions on things, and I love the amount of data that YouTube gives you to work with, whereas TikTok might give you some data, but half the data it gives you isn't relevant and the other half is just a straight up lie. Anyway, that was my haul for today, so another £110 spent or something. Tomorrow I'll go to CEX after I get my hair cut. Trust me, decent chance I'll come back bald, because I hate my hair. I hate messing with my hair. I've got this massive cowlick on this side. You kind of can't tell because of the way that I have my hair styled, but basically I have no choice but to go up and over because of that cowlick. Anyway, tomorrow I'll go to CEX again, that's nearby, my local barber. Check if there's anything. There's one thing in there that I know I need. In terms of everything else, maybe I'll just get lucky and there'll be something new. Probably not though. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, do subscribe. We're on the road to 11,000 subs now. Like the video and comment if you've made it to the end of the video. Comment down below, get a buzz cut, because I'm very tempted. And I'll see you later.